Here we are. Alright, how's it going, guys? This is my first time trying something out like this. And I kind of just really wanted to put some footage of me playing this game up. But also I really wanted to discuss this game because it is like pretty big release. You know, this is Days Gone. Sony Interactive Studios presented it, made by Ben Studio, famous for... Oh, Jesus, fuck. Well, welcome to this game. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention. Back the fuck up.
Get in there. Okay, here we go.
What's up, motherfucker? That's what I'm talking about. Well, excellent way to start off. Once again, this is Days Gone. Ben Studio, famous for making the Siphon Filter games. Now, this game, for those of you who do not follow video games, was expected to get really great reviews for the most part, simply because, or at least I feel that way, because Sony Interactive Studios, the company that produced this game, has a really strong track record of putting out games that are thought of as exceptional or industry, defining moments.
That should do it.
And I really, and I think that's unfair because, first of all, I really want to say I love this game. I think this is an absolutely fantastic game. Everyone I've spoken to who's played this game has had nothing but a fucking fantastic time. But I'm surprised that the reviewing community of, websites and big, like, third-party, I want to call it, maybe not third-party reviewers, but big review. Like, when you watch a single guy on YouTube, and it's one guy running one channel, you can get a basic idea of how he reviews things. You can accept, that is, you know what he likes, what he doesn't like. People like Donkey, Angry Joe, JonTron occasionally, even though JonTron hasn't done a video game review in a long time. Angry Video Game Nerd. So, oh my god, what the...
Bam.
Alright, see, well, it is never a dull moment in this game, which is what I find so much fun about it.
Here we go.
But yeah, I wanted to put some footage of me playing this game, and I really just wanted to talk about how much I enjoy it, because it is really a fantastic time. I think the gameplay is solid, the story is fantastic, I think the graphics are great. I mean, I'm streaming from YouTube, so I'm sure the resolution is not fantastic on the video or the stream right now, but you can look at it for yourself. The graphics, you're gonna have to... Jesus Christ.
Got you.
God damn it. Shit, they're fucking all over the place. Come on, idiot. Come on. Up. Just knocked over my bike. You know what? Knock over my bike. You're going down the old-fashioned way. Look at this visceral combat, guys. What about this isn't fun?
Ammo.
Yeah. This game, I have a great time. I think it's fantastic. I love the storyline. I love the character. Huge shout out to my man Sam Witwer. Fantastic actor as always. For those of you who do not recognize him as an actor, he also played Starkiller in the Star Wars The Force Unleashed series. 2 games, Force Unleashed 1 and 2. His face is super duper well known, and it's also kind of funny because whenever Sam Witwer appears in a game, I like to believe in my own little headcanon that he expresses strictly in his contract that the protagonist has to appear looking just like him. Because if you don't know what Sam Witwer looks like, this is what he fucking looks like. Sam Witwer, boom. Bam. That's his headshot, right there. This is what he looks like. Doesn't he look great? Don't you love this? Isn't he adorable? Let's see. Let's make him look cute. There we go. Fix the focus on this. Oh, also, come on, guys. Who doesn't love a camera game? A camera mode? There we go. Look at this adorable young man. I think this is going to be the thumbnail. There we go. Adorable. Alright, and we're back. But, yeah, I think this game has even more than just kind of, like, been accepted by the community, even though it was shunned by people like IGN and GameSpot, who currently are, like, the most notorious for the way they reviewed this game, and the, frankly, a little ridiculous job they did. You know, one of the things they said about this game, they gave it a lot of crap, complaining about things like, oh, damn. What's up? They gave it a lot of crap for having a protagonist. They said, quote, I think this was IGN, I believe, was quote just another gruff white male protagonist. Now, anybody who knows me personally, you know, I 100% love characters of color. I love strong female characters. I love characters that identify as different genders, however, you know, they feel. I think it absolutely breathes life into a game, into a story, and that's in all, you know, forms of media. That being said, I think sometimes people just look for shit to bitch about. And with this game, you know what? Just let them. Yes, he's a, you know, he's played by a Caucasian actor, and the character is Caucasian. The race is not a huge thing in this game. Just let them tell the story they're trying to tell. You shouldn't criticize a story that someone's trying to tell strictly because, you know, it doesn't fit your social justice narrative. And once again, I want to be clear. I'm very, you know, SJW, social justice warriors, I support it. I think there needs to be a lot more representation of other people. That being said, it doesn't mean that this, you know, that this particular game, or any game for that matter, deserves to be, you know, held to some kind of, like, weird standard. Also, for example, Yethi's infected in the game. There was a complaint that there is no, one of them, it was by the GameSpot reviewer, I believe, and it was this particular woman who is currently, I think on Twitter, she's being kind of attacked by the gaming community. Because she gave this game a pretty scathing tongue lashing. Even though what it seems like is, after everything she said about it, it sounded almost as if she didn't even play the game. Which I think is, you know, is a cardinal sin. If you didn't like a game, that's fine, but based on the way her review was labeled, for example, she said our protagonist, right over here, Deacon St. John, was apparently extremely selfish, where, no spoilers, I don't want to go too much into that, but his character is missing one of his loved ones, who he is constantly trying to track down through the entire game. Another one of his allies is a character by the name of Boozer, who in the very, very beginning of the game, so it is not a spoiler, very beginning of the game is grievously wounded, and you spend a majority of the game and a majority of your time trying to keep this character from dying. And as well as that, you also are what's called a drifter in this world, so this character, Deacon St. John, does not live in one of the settlements, the survivor settlements in this, post-apocalyptic world. He instead chooses to live on his own, but he will do runs and he will do jobs for them. Now, he gets paid for those in camp credits and such, but a character who is looking for a loved one, who is trying to keep someone who is wounded and cannot currently fend for themselves alive, and is going to multiple different communities that he does not live in, and is helping them out. Yes, for pay, but is still helping them out when he could just survive on his own. Now, I don't know about you, but that does not sound like a selfish protagonist. And also, I mean, you know what? Occasionally he does complain, but he always does the job. But it's part of his character. You know what? This man is very, very, once again, absolutely fantastic job done by Sam Witwer. I think he's a brilliant actor, and I think he deserves a lot of recognition for this role and the many other roles he's played, because he's extremely talented at what he does. His character is not quite mentally stable at all times. He's a bit unhinged. But also I think, surviving pretty well considering the state of the world. But, what's this guy doing? Nothing now. Considering, the state of the world, I think he's doing a pretty good job. And I don't know. I'm rambling. You know what? This isn't a review. I'm not a reviewer of video games, but I think this game got an extremely bad rap by the reviewers, and I'm happy to see that the community has embraced it. Oh, I found his friends.
What? No! He's on your side! Get more ammo.
I do fucking love this crossbow, I gotta tell you. Surprise! Yeah, but for the most part, I thought, occasionally if there's another game, I might do something like this as opposed to just, streaming. It's a little like Play&Chat, just to talk about, especially this, because, this game has come under a lot of scrutiny, and it's been, on the lips of a lot of the gamers recently. Because, you know what? There is no such thing as a perfect game. I'm sorry. It doesn't exist. But I think this game was made by, fantastic job. And one of the main reasons it was so, almost mistreated, I think, is the fact that Sony Interactive has backed some pretty big games, like God of War, in the last, couple of years. God of War is probably the biggest one. And everyone expects, and I'm pretty sure, Naughty Dog released The Last of Us, but I'm pretty sure, of course, that's also an exclusive, and it's a Sony Interactive. But that's a big name, and those are big shoes to fill. And Ben Studio is not nearly the size of Naughty Dog, or of, I believe, Sony Santa Monica that worked on God of War. Don't quote me on that. But it's a considerably smaller size studio who put together a pretty big world and a pretty big game. And they've been working on it for a long time, and I think it's clearly a labor of love. And I love it. So if you see this, nobody watches my videos, but if you see this, definitely check it out. It's a fantastic game, and I think you'll have a great time. All right, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.